Hey everyone, so this is going to be a really quick video that shows you how to take your ResearchKit survey that you've already created and integrate it into CardinalKit so it shows up on the task screen and also it inserts its results into the Firestore database. So the first thing to do is open up your CardinalKit project in Xcode and then go into the CardinalKit example folder, the components folder, the tasks folder, and then the model folder. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new Swift file in this model folder, and that's where we're going to define our survey. So let's create a new file. It's going to be a Swift file. You can call it whatever you want, but I'm going to call it mood survey because this is going to be a survey about your mood. And at the top, we need to first import ResearchKit. And then we need to create a struct with the same name as the file, so mood survey. And what we're going to do is in this struct, we're going to create a static constant variable, which will contain our actual survey. So let's do static let, we'll call it mood survey. And mood survey is going to be of type ORK ordered task. And it's going to be a computed property that's going to return an ORK ordered task. So I've already written my survey. It just has 2 steps. So I'm just going to copy it in to save time. And you can see we created our steps array. We then created a question that is a scale of 1 to 5. The question itself is how's your mood? And that's our first step. The second step is our summary step, which basically thanks our user for their time. We add that to the steps array as well. And finally, what we're going to do is we're going to return an ORK ordered task with an identifier of mood survey. And this is the identifier that you're going to use to find the results of this survey in your database. And then we're going to pass in the steps array. So now our survey is all set. And what we're going to do next, I forgot to add in that. So now we should be good. Now our survey is all set. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the task screen and add our survey onto the screen. So click on local task item. And let's go all the way to the top. And in this enum, you'll see all of the cases that correspond to tasks that are already on the screen. So let's add a new task. We're going to call it mood survey. Let me just line this up. And now here in step 2, what we're going to do is we are going to create a title for this task. So we'll do case mood survey. And then we're going to return the title, which in this case would be mood survey. We're then going to add a subtitle, and those are the smaller titles here on the screen. So let's do case mood survey and return the subtitle, which is assess your mood. And then we have an option of providing an image. Now, if we don't provide an image explicitly, we're going to get the survey icon, which is this icon here. And that's appropriate for this survey, so we're going to leave that alone. Now we're going to say which section we want our mood survey button to show up under. So here we have 3 sections that we've defined. I want it to show up under current tasks. So that's this piece of code right here. And these 2 items show up under current tasks now. So I'm just going to add a 3rd item, which is my mood survey. Now you can create as many sections as you want just by following this format. And finally, we need to define what our button is actually going to do when the user clicks on it, or taps on it rather. So what we're going to do is create another case here in our switch statement for mood survey, and we're going to return the view that's going to show up. So in this case, it's going to be any view, CK task view controller, and the particular task is going to be mood survey dot mood survey. So now we're all set. So let's go ahead and rebuild this application and we'll see the changes. Okay, so the app is now launching. It's asking me to put in my passcode. And as you can see, here's our mood survey. So let's click on the mood survey and put in that our mood is 5. It's excellent because we got this to work. Let's go next. We get our completion screen, and then we're all done. And as you can see in the output here in the console, a document was successfully written to Firestore. So now let's go to Firestore and take a look at that document. So if you back up, you start in your studies folder in Cloud Firestore, click on your bundle identifier. This is mine. Click on users, click on the user ID, which if you go to profile, you'll see the user ID right here. So GSJ is how mine starts. Then you're going to click on surveys. And see, this is the identifier that we made earlier. So all of our surveys for the mood survey are going to be under there. And here's our results. So as you can see, it has the options, the question, and the result, which was 5, and what time I put that value in. So everything has been properly uploaded to our Cloud Firestore, and it took us just a little over 5 minutes.